In 1939, in Cape Cod, the children within this area started coming home telling their parents about a very tall figure that was dressed in all black. And this dark figure was somehow able to just magically appear and disappear just as fast. And the children said that this thing had a hideous deformed face with glowing red eyes, and it growled at the children before it disappeared back into the darkness. And of course the kids that came face to face with this entity were terrified, and when they got home they were crying and shaking. Now since it was close to Halloween, the adults thought that it was just somebody playing a prank, and maybe they were taking it a bit too far, but they really didn't think that it was a big deal. Then one night a woman named Mary was walking home when she saw an extremely tall person that was at least 8 feet tall. And this person, or entity, just came right out from the bushes and slowly moved towards her. Mary stated that this thing had long pointed silver ears and its eyes were glowing. Now Mary was scared to death, and she watched this dark figure leap away at amazing speeds, making Mary believe that this could not have been a human being. And once this thing was gone, Mary ran into a nearby coffee shop and she told everybody what she had just seen. And Mary was in such a state of shock that they believed her, or at least believed that someone was to blame. So the men within the coffee shop went to go see if they can find whoever this was that was responsible for scaring Mary half to death. But they came back empty-handed. And over the next couple of days, a lot more sightings were now coming in from adults within this area, and the description of this creepy dark figure was always the same. The eyewitnesses said that this thing was dressed in all black, its ears were pointy and silver, and its eyes were red, or in some cases, its eyes were silver. And these eyewitnesses also said that it produced a very odd buzzing sound, kind of like an insect, and it could leap or jump very high, and it was able to move extremely fast. Now the police were getting bombarded by calls from terrified citizens, and this thing was able to move so fast that it would often be seen in different parts of the town, miles away, at almost the exact same time, making people believe that it could teleport, or there were more than one of them, or it was just able to move that fast. Now it seemed that this entity took great pleasure in scaring people, and now the whole town was in a state of mass hysteria, and things were about to get much more violent. A man named Charles said that he actually shot this creature, but it was completely unfazed by the gunshot, and it laughed at Charles before jumping over a very high fence with one single leap. Then not too long after, another man claimed that he was cornered by this entity, and this man tried to punch it, but the thing was able to catch his fist in midair, then it crushed and broke this man's hand before throwing him down on the ground like a rag doll. Another eyewitness claimed that this entity was able to shoot blue fire out of its mouth, and another one said that he was hit so hard by this monster that he actually flew up in the air, making him believe that whatever this was possessed superhuman strength. Now this demonic-like creature was getting very famous, and there were now many names for it, such as the Black Phantom, the Phantom Fiend, the Devil of the Dune, and the media called it the Black Flash, making this the most popular name, and from that point on this entity was now known throughout the United States and the world as the Black Flash, as it was able to move so fast. But many believed that this thing was nothing more than a very talented human prankster. But for the ones that actually came face to face with this thing, they believed that it was the devil himself. And these encounters went on for another 7 years. In 1945, the police went to go investigate a schoolyard as there were a series of very recent sightings of this Black Flash. And when the police got there, they saw it, and it was able to jump over a 10-foot tall fence, and it got away. Then a month later, a group of school children were attacked by this creature, and the children said that they ran into a nearby house to seek refuge, and the children and the residents within this home started to hear loud bangs on the wall, and the doors started to mysteriously rattle. Another very interesting thing about this case is there was another mass sighting in England in 1837, and they call this entity Spring Hill Jack, and the description of this phantom is pretty much the exact same as the eyewitness accounts from Cape Cod, such as it was very tall, had glowing eyes, and it could jump very high and move very fast, making many believe that Spring Hill Jack is the same entity as the Black Flash, and these encounters were almost 100 years apart. Now, according to a well-respected paranormal researcher, all these encounters that happened in Cape Cod only really happened for a few weeks, as some of the eyewitnesses didn't come forward until years later, making it seem like a 7-year stretch, but in reality, it only lasted for a couple of weeks. Which would make sense, as paranormal encounters like these, such as the Mothman, the Van Meter Visitor, the Enfield Horror, etc., only seem to appear for a short period of time. Then these paranormal creatures vanish back into the shadows from which they came. Until next time, this is Paranormal Junkie. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.